Do what was it?
For the bright side of branding, business, and being your own boss.
Hey bosses, it's Sunny Lenarduzzi. Welcome to another edition of Lenardo's and Lenardon'ts, where we talk about the do's and don'ts of online business. And today we're tackling a topic that not a lot of people like to talk about: customer service. This can be daunting, scary, and super overwhelming. So I have brought in an expert, a well-respected voice, and one of the heavy hitters in this space. And he's coming up later in this video with a lot of really great advice for how to handle customer service online in the digital age. But right now, let's get into my top Lenardo's and Lenardon'ts of customer service. The first Lenardo is listen.
What?
Listen to your customers. We all need customers to survive as business owners, so it's important that you actually listen to their complaints. One, because it can help your business grow and it can benefit your business if you can look from a place of not taking it personally, which I'm going to get to in just a second. But also, customer complaints and concerns can make for great pieces of content for you on social media and through video content as well. Because a lot of the times when people complain or have a concern, it comes from a lack of education about what your business can do for them. So use it as an opportunity to create a piece of content around that. For an example, I had a lot of clients saying to me, stop including Snapchat in my social media strategy. I don't get it and I don't want to use it. Well, the reason people didn't want to use it was because they didn't understand how it worked. So I made a tutorial on how to use Snapchat for business, and the next thing you know, it has 500,000 people who have watched that video. Clearly there was a need for education, and now everybody is jumping on the Snapchat bandwagon. I'm not taking full responsibility for that, but maybe I played a part. And that all came from people complaining or having concerns over it. So use your customer complaints and concerns, listen to them, and make adjustments to your business or create content around it. Now on to the Lenardon't, and I mentioned this a little bit in the Lenardo, but don't take it personally. When people say something negative about your business, I get it. It's your baby and you get defensive immediately. But if you're always going to react defensively, you're never going to listen and hear what people have to say. And a lot of the times it is things that can help you. Unless it's a personal attack, you do want to at least take it in, listen to it, acknowledge it, see it. And then my method of dealing with negative feedback is doing just that. See it, acknowledge it, accept it, and see how your business can grow from it, and then move on, delete the comment or delete the email and get it out of your space so you're not constantly dwelling on it. The next Lenardo should come as no surprise, but use video to personalize your response to customers. How incredible is it that now we can actually talk to our customers in real time using things like live streaming, or on Facebook, if someone complains on your Facebook page or has a concern or a question, you can comment back with a video from the owner of your business or from an employee. Use video to, one, save yourself from some time from writing out a response, and two, to build trust with your customers by actually showing your face and showing you care by taking the time to post a video response. I also love using Twitter because Twitter is one of the main places that we all go to voice our opinion if we've had a not so great experience. So monitor your comments on Twitter and respond back with a Twitter video to add more context outside of just 140 characters in a tweet. So no surprise, but use video for a major key in customer service. Now, Lenardon't is don't pass off responsibility. It is no one else's fault if something goes wrong. Every single employee, team member, founders needs to take accountability when a mistake happens. And having an atmosphere of accountability breeds communication and quick action to fix things, as opposed to deferring responsibility and just letting these little problems fester and turn into huge problems for your business. And at the end of the day, this might not be a popular idea, but I believe that if you're the CEO or the founder of the company and one of your employees makes a mistake, that ultimately falls on you, because you need to look at that and say there needs to be better communication or education on best practices in your business. So take accountability and ensure that everybody in your company is ready and willing to take accountability for their mistakes and find a solution as quickly as possible. And the final Lenardo is hug your haters. I know you're thinking, what? But yes, hug your haters. My friend and New York Times bestselling author Jay Baer wrote an incredible book, and probably the best book, maybe the only book, on customer service in the digital age. It's an absolute must read. Jay's consulting company works with huge corporations like Walmart, Nike, Salesforce, and the list goes on content marketing, social media marketing, and customer experience. So needless to say, he's absolutely an expert. But for this book, Jay took it a step further and actually worked with Edison Research to do a massive study on the science of complaint. And I'm going to let Mr. Bear himself tell you the rest.
What we found, Sunny, is simply remarkable. We found that when you answer a customer complaint, it takes a bad situation and it makes it better. It actually increases customer advocacy every time. Now, it's a little bit different based on where they complain, but the advocacy goes up every time. Conversely, when you don't answer a customer complaint, it takes a bad situation and it makes it worse. Customer advocacy goes down every time and in every channel. Again, it varies based on the channel, but it happens in all cases, at least to some degree. So what I discovered is that the people who complain about your business, the haters in the parlance of the book, they're not your problem. Ignoring them is. So the Hug Your Haters formula, the recipe for this book, the advice that I put into this book is that you need to answer every complaint in every channel every time. Every complaint, every channel, every time, instead of what we typically do, which is we answer some complaints in the channels that we prefer when we get around to it. And that is no longer good enough. We're having massive, massive channel switching and disruption in customer service. You think about the number of people now who complain on Twitter, Facebook, and now WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger and WeChat and Snapchat and all these places that didn't exist. It's no longer about phone and email. It's about a lot more than that. So I'm really proud of this book because it has a ton of real data, a ton of research, lots and lots of case studies and examples that I curated very, very specifically and carefully. So if you're a B2B business, there's examples for you. If you're B2C, there's examples for you. If you're a big business, there's examples. Small business examples. American business examples. Canadian business examples. International business examples. So I very carefully tried to check all the boxes. Why? Because what I didn't want anybody to be able to say is this book doesn't apply to me. Because it does apply to you. It applies to everybody. If you have customers, this book will benefit you and you will learn something about customer service from Hug Your Haters. I think it is about time that we spend more time, more energy, more conversation on customer service because you know what? It actually makes more sense to focus on keeping the customers you've already earned instead of focusing all the time on trying to get more and more and more customers. I mean, there are thousands of books, maybe not thousands, maybe hundreds at least of books on marketing disruption. There is now a grand total of one book about customer service disruption, and I'm super proud about that. HugYourHaters.com, of course, has all the info on the book, and there's a course that I'm working on called the Keep Your Customers course, which will train people in more a detailed way about the principles in the book. So I hope you love it. Hope everybody watching gets a chance to pick up the book. And as I always tell people, I'm trying to live the principles in the book. If you don't like the book, leave a review on Amazon, and I will absolutely, positively give you your money back. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Bye, Sunny. Love you.
Aw, thanks, Jay. Big love back to you. And if you want to buy Hug Your Haters, there is a link below this video to go and purchase it. Again, I cannot recommend it enough. And truly, any business owner out there should be reading this book. And if you want to make sure that you're attracting your target customers on Twitter, you can download my free Twitter checklist below this video as well. And to talk about things like how to deal with negative customers and customer complaints, make sure you join me and thousands of other bosses from all over the world in the Be Your Own Boss Mastermind on Facebook. The link to join and request access is below this video as well. If you like this video, hit the like button below. Make sure to share it with your friends and subscribe for new videos every week on branding, business, and being your own boss. Thanks so much for watching The Sunny Show, and I will see you next time.
The Sunny Show.